welcome back to Europa Universalis 4. I am Lord Forwind, here playing as Ottoman Arabia. So, quick thing first, the new Japanese update has appeared, so that's a thing. As you can see, it's added a couple provinces to Japan, and added probably changed around this region as well. Luckily for me, apparently it didn't break Ironman status. I can keep trying to get to the Levant turnabout. They did change one thing that does affect this though. Actually, a couple things. Enforced religious unity no longer places the Shibdulam or whatever. It gives missionary strength versus heretics rather than just overall missionary strength. It's just kind of nice. It now allows us to easier as a Muslim nation to convert Sunni and Ibadi lands. Yeah, you know what I mean. And also, apparently they slowed down the movement speed of armies that are not drilled. So, we'll see how that one actually affects us. We're currently in a war against Transoxana that Timurids pulled us into it. Well, we're actually technically at war against that nation, but Transoxana is the main enemy, although Afghanistan's still there too. And apparently they also got new events in terms of the Warring States period in Japan, which is kind of making me tempted to go back and do another Japan game with like a legitimate goal of breaking China now that they've been weakened in the new patch. Apparently devastation and stuff are a lot more devastating to them, so it's theoretically possible to actually break the mandate of heaven with war if you're not the Manchu for once. So hopefully that will make that area of the world a little bit more interesting again. Let's see what else. I think steppe nomads, let's see if we can find one. Got bonus movement speed, yep, plus 20% movement speed of all their armies. So, considering everyone else lost, I think it was like 0.3 movement speed. Okay. Apparently I'm gonna go squash some religious rebel. So essentially what I was saying is that it pretty much means that the movement speed is roughly going to be the same for our nomads. Maybe a little bit faster, but roughly the same. Old believer heretics. Huh. Interesting. But they don't actually convert the province away. You know, that would be a really cool mechanic if that could, like, reconvert them to, like, Hellenism or something. One of the old religions. And Crusader Kings and stuff. That would be kind of a neat little, almost Easter egg thing. This should be a fairly easy war for us overall, so I'm not too worried about it. Although, it'd be nice not to have to deal with separatists everywhere. But for that we need Kosovo converted for sure. Get another gold mine. Is that our first gold mine or our second gold mine? That might be our first gold mine technically. Nope, we actually do own one down in Demont. But other than that, that's our second gold mine. Not that we're really hurting for money. This is pretty obvious, but every little bit helps. Oh, cannon year trait. I didn't know that was a thing. Infantry combat ability up. I will give the Timurids these two provinces that they want, because hopefully that will end the war a little bit faster. That will be recaptured. Pilgrims are safe. Mecca Medina. Good, good, good. All pilgrims should almost always be safe, so that's nice to see. Merchant guilds. What's my force limit for Navy? I can actually do that. I can draft. Oh. Wow, sorry. I was going to draft stuff, but look at how high their influence is. It's actually a little worrisome. I'll have to keep an eye on that. Okay, Kara fell. On to Samarkand. The rest of Europe really doesn't matter that much to me in general. Other than taking out Duke Kadir and re-invading the Ottomans. It really doesn't matter that much. I think I've got good claims on their lands, but I think I don't have enough. Yeah, they're gonna expire before I actually can redeclare war. Shame. Okay, well that's rebuilding a bit. You're there, let's make you drill. The other thing, once we do kill the Ottomans, which is going to take several more wars, is we still then need to get to 100% army drill, which shouldn't be that hard. Apparently they also altered army drill, so let's see. Once you hit 100% army professionalism, now your general is cheaper, rather than morale damage taken by reserves, which apparently everybody now takes more morale damage to reserves than before, so it's a bit of an interesting decision by Paradox there, but I guess the 25 military power generals to grant professionalism was a little too strong. They've also weakened my Around the World in 80 Years guide, so made it so you can't have any provinces outside of England to start. All that really means, I think, is that you just take over the entire British Isles and have to fight another war or two. So, I don't know, but they managed to invalidate one of my guides already, which is a little frustrating. Let's do transfer trade power from them. Since we control a large majority, we should be able to shift, yeah, good amount of trade this direction. I think we definitely need to take trade ideas at some point, but for now we're good. That event that gives you more professional is a little bit annoying because it does lose you a lot of manpower. And I may have to go deal with more zealots again. It's gotta be close. We pretty much are stuck at like 80 prestige for the rest of the game, which is really nice. Where's my other army running around? Oh, there, I didn't see them up there. Well, I might as well take the mission. I don't know who it's actually giving me a claim against. Ethiopia. Nice, but I don't think I'm actually going to go after Ethiopia at the moment. Unless I can threaten them. I can't threaten them because I'm at war, of course. Okay, that's been nicely eliminated. What are we looking at in terms of legalism? We're going to lose some legalism just to keep the Domini vaguely happy, even though we're about to convert the only non-Sunni province in our lands, which means I should. I can't even take tax because we don't have any land given to them. Perfect. And that should be a fairly easy win, I'd hope. All of those are converted. It's just a matter of beating up the Ottomans in a couple of years. Oh, definitely have to reconvert that. Or actually finish converting it. Oh. let's mothball like 2 forts, that way we don't fall into debt if possible. Falling into debt is never good. Europa does nicely punish you for it, which is really good. Whatever, Timurids, I'll let you have 2 provinces. You should be able to win this without my help, so I'm not going to get involved. Ooh, admin. So, more importantly though, the admin efficiency is enough, I think, for us. So that's going to make killing the Ottomans easier. A little bit. I think it was like a 40% decrease. Those Knights of Rhodes though. Raiding. Oh, France has circumnavigated the globe. Good for France. We've got French Canada. England's got a lot. Spain's got a bit. How many does Portugal have? Just Brazil. I mean, it's accurate. It's definitely accurate. Silk is increased in price. Spice is increased in price. Mysore is doing a fairly good job in the south there. This is a very weird one. Malwa is doing amazingly well. I don't know, that might have been one they just added ideas to. Oh, I really shouldn't have given them military access, should I have? Revoke military access, there we go. It's going to give them military access if you're not thinking about it. If the Greeks take over the Ottoman lands, it's just better. Glassmaking is a thing. Cool. And we're at, must be at 100 army tradition again. Professionalism again, yep. And apparently we're actually massively over our force limit, which I wasn't paying attention to. Ah, oh, darn, the Ottomans are going to win that. I was hoping to see the Greeks come back, but alas, no Sadar. And the Ottomans are still refusing to actually win that war, despite slowly losing it again. Whatever. No, we really don't need that high of a converter anymore, do we? Save us a little bit of money for the short run. Although I really do want to finish the earliest ideas. Now, I was just thinking, maybe they should change Deus Volt to allow for wars between Muslim religious schools that they're hostile to. That would be kind of cool. Timurids now owe me 40 favors, but yeah, I've pretty much maxed out favors with them. That's not a huge problem. What else are we looking at? Can't attack those guys for a while. I suppose I could go beat up Ethiopia again, couldn't I? They would be willing to give me land without any protest, but... we should be able to take quite a bit of their land. Do we actually have any absolutism? We have 1 absolutism. Nice. Oh, apparently we can also do promote Egyptian in government. Not sure if I want to do that yet. We kind of want to save it till that 5% will also help me towards either an idea or another tech. Right now it wouldn't. I love how cheap our admin techs are now. It's a really nice one. Okay, troops are moving in roughly to position. We'll move even further towards legalism to help on those fronts. I do kind of want to get the next idea before I actually finish this war with Ethiopia now. Whoops. I've got to strike now, though, because Kilwa's on its way. We don't want to lose this land to Kilwa. As long as I occupy this province, they shouldn't be able to take anything else, though. Which means I'm pretty much going to have to leave an army there for the rest of this war. There are worse things, right? We'll just go for legalism. That should get us really close now. 10%. Still a long ways to go, but they only have 2 forts, so this is pretty easy. And they don't have any troops, really. Actually, they do have a handful of troops, don't they? It shouldn't be enough for them to survive. Oh, okay, what's this? Huh. Interesting. We'll do we can only trust a commander. Okay. Interesting. That's an interesting historical thing. So, sons of Mamluk slaves couldn't serve as Mamluks, but they could still kind of function in government. It's amazing how much you can actually learn from history, assuming Paradox did their research correctly, which they usually 99% of the time do, so. Once that fort falls, we should be able to take like half of Ethiopia. What's their total? 216. I might in the long run ally myself to Kilwa down here just because I don't think there's going to be any real issues with me having to go to war with them. Shiwa was holding out, Shiwa or whatever was holding out there for quite some time. Actually took quite a bit to bring them down. Oh, this is annoying. Both Kilwa and I have the same color. Huh. When we occupy provinces, we all seem to have the same line color. That's a bit confusing. Or it's close enough to make very little difference. Occupy those last provinces, and then this should be over. They just want to renounce claims, not give me land, so that's not going to work. But we will promote Egyptian in government. Snag both of those. I want to try and core as much of this, or start coring as much of this land as possible. To this. Might as well revoke some cores while we're at it. So big win for us. Doesn't put us overextended, so that's good. I'll convert what I can. I think I will raise autonomy. Since we only had one absolutism. I think it's time for us to take trade ideas. Just so that we can make some absurd amount of money. And I think we've pretty much done in that area. I'll leave one army behind to take out any rebel groups that may or may not pop up. And now it's a matter of trying to core as much of this as possible. Possible. I know I could try and reduce war exhaustion, but I can't right really at the moment, actually. Also, I need to get some more core claims going on the Ottomans for our next wars against them. The question is, how do I take those islands? I think I'm going to have to give myself the islands in a peace deal, even if it means I don't get some of the land provinces I want. That might be the only easy way of going about that. When does promoting Egyptian government expire? November. Okay. Let's get the military tech. +1 cavalry shot. That'd be nice if we actually had more cavalry. I really hope our ruler dies soon. On the other hand, the +1 conversion strength is really nice. It's November, so everything's going to cost more now. Well, we managed to save ourselves probably like 50, 60 power in each category. So that's pretty good. So I was thinking, oh, we could get, oh yes, we'll sell Egyptian slaves. Yes, please, that is a ton of money. Next institution will be manufacturers, so let's try and make sure we've got the best shot at getting that. Huh? So I was thinking earlier, right? So the Mamluks now get you 5% power decrease if your ruler rules for a while. And you're always guaranteed at least a level 2 admin ruler, if not higher, right? So what I'm just trying to figure out is, in the long run, who has more admin power, the Ottomans or the Mamluks? I'm thinking it's still the Ottomans, because they have that core creation cost of -20, and if they go admin, it gets even higher. On the other hand, we went admin too, so they still only have 20%. So is 20% of all the land worth more than a 5% power cost every 10 or so years, and +2 ruler admin skill? Oh, and no loss of stability on ruler's death. That has to be taken into account, because that is one of the nicest features, really. That's a tough question. I think I'd still say the Ottomans have more power, but it's pretty close. Now comes the real question. Do I really need to take trade ideas? It'd be so strong though, because we've got so much trade we could pull into these provinces. We're making 40 gold per trade right there. Probably should, because we still only have 52% of the trade from there. Okay, we now can actually, oops, I can't actually harsh treat these guys. Interesting. I may actually have to defeat a rebel group. Let's keep everybody drilling, because that bonus movement speed these days is now going to be really important. Coptic is fading from the world. Once Dual Qadir dies, and I finish off both Illyria over here and Ethiopia, it'll be pretty much gone, I think. I was a little surprised that like Coptic doesn't pop up over here in Catholic lands. It must be hard-coded to only exist in this area of the world. But it still seems rather weird. You'd think it would pop up somewhere in Russia with the weeds in the garden event from Religious. Well, never know. That is going to be a very large stack of ripples, actually. Okay, our ruler has died. Let's go to next month, I think. That way we will get that conversion a little bit further down the road. Or at least till they're done. I have no idea. Let's split the Kurds, see what we got. 623. Oh yes, please. I will happily take you as a ruler. Not good enough to stop that yet, though. But at least we're getting good power incoming in. Interesting enough, the Ottomans have now caught up in admin tech, despite being miles behind. They're actually on par almost, tech-wise. At least with Karm, and they're still massively behind me. Okay, that is a large amount of money they're after. I can't afford to pay them off. Wow. Expensive. They're extorting way too much money from me. That should help. Got 24 years or so till we get to manufacturers, but I think that will be it for this video. Yeah, this will be a good stopping point, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye for now.